Marathon.
This is WTN TV channel 10 in Albany, New York. It's 6 o'clock.
Photos of the explosions that killed 3 spectators.
From WTEN in Albany, the news team that's leading the way in local news coverage. On air and online, this is News 10 at 6.
At the boat and water
Good evening, everybody, on this Wednesday, June 18, 1997. I'm Terry McSween alongside Eliza Streeter. Here's what's happening on News 10 at 6 p.m. Top story at 6. In Glenville, where heralded it, the official return of locomotive production of Schenectady Super Seals. Schenectady unveiled its first completed diesel locomotive Tuesday. The thrill economy at Scotia Glenville Industrial Park to Governor George Pataki and about 200 local and state leaders, plus Super Seal officials from the company's headquarters in Milwaukee. Super Seal Schenectady President and CEO Michael Lord said Super Seal had a mighty predecessor in American locomotive company as Schenectady locomotive plant that opened in 1848 and closed in 1969. Members of the Alco 25-year club, which are reserved seats in the front row, should be feeling nostalgic, he said. For a century, the giant steel behemoths from upstate New York pulled freight across the continent, spurred and industrial growth and development and position in this country to be what it is today, said Lord said. As event that shaped history, a similar process started almost 3 years ago at Super Steel projects in Milwaukee. Super Steel was hired by General Motors to help fulfill two $70 million contracts to build 41 locomotives for the Long Island Railroad. The project should finish by December 10, 1998. So far, 90 full-time employees are on board, with 300 to be employed by the Glenville plant by 2001, marketing director Norman Ford said. The company has taken in several contracts for additional projects, but it has not received word on any of them yet. Most recently, in the submitted a proposal to the New York State Department of Transportation to rebuild
the treatment center with little fanfare and
a fleet of 700 truck trains for high-speed service that could go potentially from upstate New York to Long Island. It is also a part of consortium headed by Raytheon Corporation that is taking in a $1 million contract to build a light rail system between Manhattan and John F. Kennedy International Airport in New York City. Pataki anchored the sentiment that Super Steel's opening is a historic event, said it was also an example of the increase in willingness of businesses such as Kodak and Corning to invest money in the state. Today we unveiled on the locomotive, but we're doing more than that. We're sending a message to the world that Schenectady is back. After Pataki spoke, a 150-ton crane slowly lifted the red tarp to reveal that the bright blue and yellow cab of Long Island Railroad train number 400 and puffs of smoke soon came from speakers on the days when a train whistle in Magenta.
Torture, abuse.
In Angman, the Sloan Board of the Appeals that paved the way Tuesday for the YMCA to move into an old school on Pauline Street in Hagman. But the YMCA Board of Directors hasn't reached a final decision on whether the organization will locate its new headquarters there. The YMCA is vacating its current headquarters in downtown Amsterdam. In a 20-minute meeting Tuesday, the 3 ZBA members anonymously have approved the variance of the YMCA to operate out of the vacant St. Stephen's Parish Center. The ZBA imposed conditions on the variance and requiring the YMCA to erect its fencing and establish a 15-foot buffer zone that neighbors had requested. Now our board has go back and consider the conditions, YMCA board member Vic Giannelli said Tuesday. The YMCA board plans to meet tonight to discuss the ZBA's decision of whether it wants to move to Hagman. The YMCA is still pursuing peace, a property owned by the Greater Amsterdam School District. The Board of Education could have a meeting tonight to expect to consider whether it wants to sell the land to YMCA. The property is bordered by Northern Hampton Road and Lindbergh and Rosman Avenues, and YMCA officials select the property because of its location in the city and its proximity to the 2 public schools. YMCA officials haven't yet made a decision on which property they pursue. They will say they'll have to discuss what the organization can afford. The cost of the renovating the Hagman building has been pegged at around $500,000, but erecting a new structure on the city property could cost more than $1 million, as the YMCA has made a $330,000 St. Grant help pay for the project. The YMCA can't afford to continue operating in its present location on 24th Division Street in downtown Amsterdam. The phase-story brick structure was built in the early 1900s and is viciously and expensive to beat. In the heat, if a new home can't be found, the YMCA would be forced to close, officials said. St. Stephen's Parish Center is owned by one family home, so the YMCA needed a variance to operate there. One-story building now there is a classrooms and a gymnasium. In addition, there are 35 acres of the site that can be used for recreational purposes. Hagman residents recently circulated petitions that issue one in favor and one against the bill. Both petitions accumulated about the same number of signatures, roughly about 130 each.
Wasn't much you could do.
Residents have raised concerns about increased traffic in the village and whether there will be adequate water and sewer services. Some residents want the village to provide the property to provide the youth commission and land to the recreation and athletic uses.
Cracking a smile as his attorneys trying to get important evidence dismissed.
Amsterdam ice cream trucks will no longer have to violate the law to play their jingling musical on and announce in their Ravelin City neighborhoods. With a 4-1 vote, the Common Council Tuesday decided to repeal two little-known rain ordinances. A noise effectively lifted a gang placed on a Mr. Dingling ice cream truck chain last year. The city was reluctant to force a silence the ice cream vendor in September after Guy Park. After resident Charles C. first complained to city officials about rapid tunes that trucks broadcast to let children know to get their money ready for a cool treat. At the time first brought the city's attention that Mr. Dingling violated a little-known ordinance that prohibited audible advertising. But the city to know what the shall not make iron clerk blow him, a ring a bell, or use any other sound device for the purpose of attracting the attention to pay any goods, wares, or merchandise in public places. At the Tuesday public hearing, first spoke out against the proposal by Mayor John M. Casey Jr. that would have allowed the ice cream trucks play their music with certain restrictions such as on music to be played while driving, but turned it up when it stopped for a sale. But first said that this proposal was not enough to address the noise coming from a truck pre-conservative to this. Piece of the community would be inevitable, and that the quality of a residential life would be. Sabri said first suggested an Alderman Tuesday to visit the noise ordinance and the ice cream trucks could announce the arrival of the bell, like what the good human ice cream vendors had done in the years past. He said that this fund would satisfy vendors, customers, and non-buying residents within earshot. But a shy 8-year-old Brittany Vines of Jonathan Lane urged all women to let Mr. Dingling play its tunes. I think ice cream man should have the music because people won't let he's coming in. He wouldn't just pass, and no one would be noticed until he is passed by. No one will be ahead of him at the time, said Vines, who was greeted with applause from the audience after she spoke. Ferris and Vines were the only ones to speak on a proposal to revise and aim on the noise ordinances, and Alderman Dratzy took Chase's proposal a step further. He convinced the Alderman to totally eliminate the noise ordinance. Substantiated audible advertising would have to place any restriction on the doors. I don't think we really ace to regulate the practice no one was aware of these laws. We only have one ice cream truck driving around playing in this music, he said. If we see the situation where Helen went rampant, then we can pass restriction ordinances at the time.
We're working with the
question in the enforcement of a noise ordinance would be a waste of time. He complained to the police, but Deputy Mayor Ann Smith said the police shouldn't have a law to follow an ordinance. She was the only one to vote on that proposal which was approved. I think there's a need for that. The police have something in the use of guidelines. Smith said after movement.
At one point this morning, a Sun Chronicle reports the robbers sprayed a worker at Crown Jewelers with what's believed.
Albany, thousands of dollars were unaccounted for the county-owned ice rink during the tenure of its former manager, according to the police. Tuesday by County Comptroller Michael Connors. Connors said it is not alleged that anyone stole money from his or in personal use, but the audit points out that there's concerns about financial controls at the facility raises a question of potential criminal activity. Clay Weekend provided a huge amount of costs were developed over the being reported to County. Connors said, how much was missing? We never know. More reporters as a result of 14-month investigation of the former operators of the rink. The probe was launched last March after the employee made allegations of financial mismanagement at the Albany Shaker Road facility. The probe focused on the tenure of rink manager Matthew Clark, who was on in April 1996 soon after allegations surfaced. Clark had been less remaining appointed a former GOP County executive Michael Hoplock, and some felt that Clark had been a potential target. Those are the same old allegations that Matt Connors used again in space on the front page of the newspaper last year, said Kevin Case Clark's lawyer. The same thing holds true to the spend the day as he told true last year as witches that Matt Clark never claimed to be an accountant to know how to keep the records of the investigation about Al County, and what he knew was how to run a hockey rink or a property at the county. County Republican and Fulton This for releasing a report containing the allegations of criminal activity without first discussing a report with the District Attorney's Office. I trust that Mr. Connors can prove his allegations and can prove Peter Cumming, County Legislature from the Republican Lauderdale, that minority leader of the legislature, is interested in why would we have a press conference and then rather than meeting by the District Attorney. Schenectady, it turns out that having a big AstroTurf soccer field can make an office building a more attractive place to work. The Center City Sports Complex, or the Sportsplex of downtown State Street, has in London a new tenant. Our federal government office was 712, particularly on the strength of the recreational facility, said Terry Lupe of the Wide Lupe Construction which owns the private half of the private public transit companies. The idea of having that facility is able to
Success means to me waking up.
them being able to walk in the turf in the moon hour, and they like the shower facilities. Lupe said. The office having contracted fence out of the service to hope to move out to the current location of the General Electric Company plant and then into the Center City Fall. And Lupe said at a time when the town has suffered from the fight of the business and the suburbs, the federal office moving in heart of the city is good news. Connected, Lupe said. Glenville, since the bids for the $20 million three-way exit 26 bridge came in lower than expected, the state will use the savings to build a bigger bridge, officials said Tuesday. The bridge will have 4 lanes rather than 2, said State DOT spokesman Michael R. Fleischer said. The construction cost of less than anticipated of about $1 million, Fleischer said it just makes sense to build all 4 lanes at the point. Construction has been gone for the bridge which link Interstate 890 to 3 and Route 5S in Rotterdam, Route 5 Bay Road in Glenville. The bridge is slated to open in the fall of 1998. All construction work to be done by the end of 1998, of the bridge was to be designed it could be expanded from 2 to 4 lanes, and the Department of Transportation has just been on having 2 lanes to be built, leaving room for future growth, said Dick Carson, DOT Region 1 planner and program manager. The primary source of the funding comes from the federal government, but the New York State 240 to the state. 2 are also contributing in less generating when the project is not. It been shifted from a 4-lane bridge to a 2-lane bridge because of the shortfall in the federal funding, but at the time, officials were particularly would cost more building on all 4 lanes. Some means avoiding future costs and preventing the more delays down the road for motorists who might take the bridge, Fleischer said. The bridge, which would have been stuck on the drawing board since 1960, and despite attempts by the local residents, they should get it going, but has been touted as an economic boost in the area. One of the reasons Super Steel's connected with located in Glenville was the bridge. Fleischer said Super Steel's locomotive assembly plant in Glenville unveiled its first completed diesel locomotive on Tuesday. The bridge is also designed to reduce traffic congestion, particularly in commercial truck traffic on Route 5 in Village, Scotia, and on Route 103 and 5S in the town of Rotterdam. Traffic and Construction Corporation of Glens Falls and a contractor for the $11 million bridge in James J. Mallory, London was awarded a $7.5 million contract for extending the roadside to the lead to the Capricorn's contract will be working to include building the extra 2-lane foot shed.
And headed to Washington.
And speaking of air conditioning, a dog in Methuen is really
in Washington, President Clinton endorsed a plan that would broaden federal health care to include millions of injured children by
You see him up there, just a bright.
Expanded the Medicaid program rather than giving money to the states to develop a 50 different children health care plans of their own.
Fortunately,
During a White House ceremony, Clinton endorsed a bipartisan legislation introduced and the Senate that would enact the $16 billion health care plan and fight the existing system, saying it would live up to the spirited bipartisan balanced budget agreement. We will give a lot of young children a healthy start in life. The legislation will be the biggest involvement in children's health care since Medicaid passed in 1965. It will do the most significant thing we can do for it. I think by counting us to provide health insurance coverage up to 5 million uninsured children. The president did not directly address an alternative Republican proposal to let the states assure responsibility for the initiative, but the implicit message was that he considers the approach unacceptable. Clinton endorsed the Medicaid health expansion as the Senate Finance Committee began debating how to provide health care for an estimated 10 million children who currently have no coverage. The concept that bipartisan support and money has to do it with. The budget balance deal agreed to earlier by Congress and the White House, but there was disagreement over how the goal is to be achieved. According to the debate, there was 2 competing ideas at the table. One would be broadening the existing Medicaid program that provides health insurance to 18 million poor and disabled children while they would mean giving the states grants that they could own use to devise innovative methods of their own. Senator John H. Chafee, Republican of Rhode Island, was strongly pushing the plan to expand Medicaid that the president endorsed, while Senator Phil Gramm, Republican of Texas, is a leading proponent of the block grant speech. But Tuesday's Senate Finance Committee Chairman William V. Well, oh my God, we're proposed the third one. Washington, the sharpest decline in gasoline prices has had 6 years help keep inflation dormant as May consumer prices didn't jump at a barely noticeable 0.1%. Separate reports in the industry, productive and housing and construction Tuesday showed economic growth and slowing from the basic pace of earlier in this year is a sustainable but still healthy rate. Wall Street appeared to have approved of the combination, briefly pushing the Dow Jones average of industrial stocks above 7,000 before it eased back for a small loss. It's picture perfect economy, said economist Alan Sinai of pre-market decision on economists in New York. Good growth, but much slower than the first quarter with inflation totally under control. The tiny rise in labor department's consumer price index was a third consecutive increase in the net amount that brought the selling adjusted in the neutralized inflation rate to the year to just 1.4%, that less than half the 3.3% price gain for all of last year. Excluding the volatile food and energy sectors prices rose at a modest 0.2% last month. Those so-called core prices consider better gauge of online trends have risen in a
Single mother with serious
3.0% annual rate for May, the same in an increase of all last year. It's lowest sustained rate since in the mid-60s. Inflation has disappeared and is nowhere to be found, said economist Sung Won Son of Northwest Corporation in Minneapolis. We are Willie in uncharted territory with inflation and rate this low for an extended period. Few economists have predicted that inflation will mean will take after the economic growth rate and surge to a 10-year high in the first quarter, but other reports leave this covenant growth to the subsidized level unlikely to greatly aggravate inflation. Construction starts on a new bone. Numbers of new homes and apartments fell 4.8% in range to the steeply just rate on 1.4 million after drops in April and March, and the Commerce Department said it was the first 3 on 3 consecutive declines in more than 2 years. Meanwhile, in settlement and auto workers striking against cross corporation early May contributed to a moderate 6 to 0.4% increase in output in the nation's factories and mines.
Is to help people who are disabled.
Abu Dhabi, United Arab Emirates. Iran has started test firing a new cruise missile designed to strike ships, at Defense Secretary William Cohen said Tuesday, cited in evidence of a sinister intent of Iran's military buildup at a news conference in Bahrain for flying here. Cohen said Iran is testing a Chinese-made anti-ship missile that can be launched from aircraft. Iran already has cruise missiles that are based on short and onboard ships. According to the close of fit with the message he has delivered in each step of the 5-nation Persian Gulf tour from Iran poses a danger to the military. However, neighbors should be accepted as normal member of the world. Humanity and Cohen also pressed on the given sanctions Iraq and Iran considered to be sponsor. In addition, development of weapons of mass destruction and informing missiles can be struck to the nations that both of its close the Straits of Hormuz. Said his shop is considered to be more restrained by President Clinton. Phnom Penh, Cambodia. The feud between Cambodia's co-rebels erupted Tuesday between a blunt gun battle between bodyguards loyal to each side had interfered in an already tense capital, with Khmer Rouge guerrilla leader Pol Pot and the ran somewhere in the northern jungle, and the violence in the Phnom Penh could fight to the coalition. Covenant that has been unanimous since the United Nations pieced it together in 1993 after years of genocide and the Civil War. The fighting comes just 10 days before U.S. Secretary of State Madeleine Albright will visit Cambodia to support democracy and urge the Prime Minister to resolve the differences previously. Assault rifles, shots, and explosions from grenades and rocket teams rang out in the central Phnom Penh on Tuesday as about to guard the first Prime Minister. Ambassador treated the fight with police loyal to the second Prime Minister. Roseanne, about one of the police armed with AK-47 surrounding the bases above a compound. Alright, on the weather now. Here now, Steve Caparizzo. Alright, thank you very much. Terry and Lisa. Right now, congratulations at 6 p.m. reports. It is 66 in Albany, 64 in Schenectady, 66 in Glens Falls, 66 in Kingston, 66 in
Dry air flows in, and the humid air keeps
67 in New York, 68 in Newark, New Jersey, 67 in Allentown, 74 in Wilkes-Barre, 62 in Erie, 61 in Jamestown, 63 in Buffalo and Niagara Falls, it's 61 in Toronto, 66 in Peterborough, Ontario, Canada, 61 in Belleville, 66 in Watertown, it's 66 in Oswego, 67 in Syracuse, 70 in Nipkow Falls, it's 75 in Elmira, 68 in Binghamton, it's 74 in Scranton, and 67 in Allentown, Pennsylvania.
off and on, but it's going to be out there, and anytime you got rain during your morning commuting.
Radar shows patches of showers and storms from upstate New York, Plattsburgh, stretching out from Vermont, New Hampshire, and stretching out in central
Look what happens.
Massachusetts around Worcester, and stretching out northeastern Connecticut, and got a little batches of rain showers around eastern Rhode Island, around Providence, and stretching out from Fall River to New Bedford, and seeing another line of showers and storms from central New York between Rochester and Syracuse, and stretching out for central and western portions of Pennsylvania, east of Pittsburgh, and east of Altoona, and west of Harrisburg. See some showers and storms and stretching out for
Only a few degrees cooler.
Western Virginia and Massachusetts, showers and storms near Washington, D.C. Alright, let's take a look at our map situation around the country. So, cold front from north central California, stretching in Nevada, up in Idaho, and Montana, and a stretching front from eastern Montana down to the Dakotas, and stretching out to Iowa, down to Wisconsin, and a cold front from Michigan, stretching up in New York State, and up in northern New England, and up in Quebec. And we got a cold front from southeastern Texas, and stretching it up in much of the southeastern state. And we got high pressure off the Florida Gulf Coast, and high pressure in Ontario, and we got high pressure in Colorado, and low pressure in southern Arizona, and it is fair for much of the southeastern state. And we got rain showers in southern Idaho, down from northeastern Nevada and Utah. Got showers from some eastern Texas, stretching up in Ohio, and cold and showery rains around the northeast and United States, and showery rains in Minnesota and northern Wisconsin. And we got pleasant skies, and in the mid-section covering some most of the sand skies, hot in Texas and much of the southwest. Sand skies in Southern California, fair skies in Northern California, and up in Washington State. And what's cool up in the east, and up in Quebec.
60s, a little chillier near the
Alright, let's take a look at our forecast for tonight. Cloudy, humid, fog development for the capital region. Showers and thunderstorms, low about 66 degrees. Thursday, early showers and fog.
will be with us on Wednesday.
Fairman variable, cloudy skies, dry right, evening high about 80 degrees. And mix up clouds and sun, a few showers and possibly Friday. Hot sun, warm and turning humid on Saturday and Sunday, high near 80 degrees. Friday in the mid 80s on Saturday and Sunday, low about 55 to 60 degrees. And Friday 60 to 65 degrees on Saturday and Sunday. Lake George, Saratoga. Tonight, most cloudy, humid, and fog development. Showers and thunderstorms, low but near 60 degrees. Thursday, early showers, fog, drizzle.
We would have expected it.
Clean and dry by evening, high in the 70s. And around next, tonight, most cloudy, foggy, and humid, showers and thunderstorms continuing low to 60 degrees.
The 10th inning, the Red Sox ended things with.
And for Thursday, early showers, fog, and variable clouds, high of 70 to 75 degrees. For Western Mohawk Valley, tonight, most cloudy, foggy, still humid, and showers and thunderstorms, low to 60 degrees. And Thursday, early showers, fog, and then cloudiness, dry, high about 75 degrees in the Catskills. Tonight, cloudy, humid, foggy, showers, storms, low 60 to 65 degrees. And Thursday, early showers and fog, turning cloudy, dry, high about 60 degrees. And
Bagels on the board in this
tonight,
9 innings. And then
low tide 10:49 p.m. and sunset tonight, 8:36 p.m. and generally IFFR. Condition with mostly cloudy skies, some showers and thunderstorms. The turbulence will be moderate or strong. The winds will be south at 10 and 15 knots. Palm 46 and Algae report high, mainly grass and pine. Mile 46.6 moderate. Air quality moderate. Pollution index 70 degrees, which is moderate. And first quarter moon July 12th, full moon June 27th, and last full moon June 27th, and new moon July 4th. That's gonna be. And let's take a look at our sports with Dan Murphy. Take it away, Dan.
and thanks to all the sisters and the nuns who were working those rosary beads.
Okay. Tonight, the Albany
Scored into the Kansas.
Colony Dogs will be in Waterbury, taking on Waterbury Superior.
The Royals have won 10, and they were.
The National Hockey League is going to realign to accommodate 4 new teams as the NHL expand to 2 cities. Currently with that, major pro support teams are going to give second chance to 2 others
This will be the 5th.
when hockey previously flopped. Nashville, Tennessee, and Columbus, Ohio were the first time. Cities and endorsement Tuesday from NHL's expansion committee and the league will also plan to return to Atlanta and Minneapolis St. Paul. Each new franchise will cost about a lot of money.
Critics make
As
10. He's still
Nashville and Columbus will join the league in the 98-99 season. Atlanta will fall in 99-2000. Columbus and Minneapolis St. Paul fall in 2000. Nashville will be in 98.
You just try to go out there and do your best, and you go home at night realize.
In Baltimore Orioles outfielder Eric Davis had a cancerous tumor removed from his colon last week, and they expect to make a complete recovery. Although follow-up treatment could keep him sidelined for the rest of the season. As Dr. Keith Leno said Tuesday night that all the cancer in the colon was moved during the last Friday's operation. The tumor, which is roughly the size of a baseball, was cut away because
My wife thinks I played pretty good. My mom thinks.
Leno sewed the colon back together. The doctor discussed the possible role of the chemotherapy to make sure the disease is kept in check. The surgery was a very successful. Tumor was confined in the colon. We moved with cancer segment and we recovered nicely, said Wilmette, a professor of surgery at Johns Hopkins Hospital who performed the procedure. I say with a favorable prognosis. We are very optimistic and said no more. And then he will be recommend chemotherapy to the 35-year-old Davis in a statement that said, I feel well and I'm looking forward to make a complete recovery. I hope to be back on the playing field as soon as I can't wait, taking in a very trade-and-see attitude. General Manager Pat Giblick said we think it will be a minimum of 6 to 8 weeks, and we hope that we will be resumed the season. I would not say it's highly probable. Davis, who joined the Royals in a free agent season, was put on the disabled list on May 31st. He last played in the game on May 25th and was pitted in 302 with 7 homers and 21 RBIs when he went on the DL. Although he had only been with Baltimore for a few months, his outscored percentage made him very popular in the clubhouse. At least 2 of the Orioles, Troy Tisbrasco and Lenny Webster were when Davis number 24 on their caps.
Plus, Ken Reinstein takes on food truck duty.
In Royal Oak, Michigan, Von Mayer Evans Harvard started best for the Detroit Red Wings, and the team's measure remained in a critical condition. Tuesday, inning 40 is investigated and a limousine crash that injured them. Konstantinov 30 and Sergei Manikov 43 are in Kilmer's at Beaumont Hospital. Spokeswoman Slet Sturmel. The limousine accident Friday was the injured Wings defenseman Valsai Fedosov 39, who was in good condition Tuesday. Several said Fedosov could not be reached. Montgomery will be released soon, she said. The 3 men were returned from a golf outing 6 days after the Red Wings Stanley Cup championship when they were running in crossover 2 lanes, jumped off the curb, carrying on the pole, and slammed along trees along suburban Birmingham. Witnesses said the limo brakes were never used. Family said Monday the limousine driver Richard Gelder may have dozed off at the wheel. He was driving in suspended license according to the Secretary of State's office. The Detroit Free Press reported in 5 sources were reported Tuesday that Fedotov told Fred it fell into 3 limousine passengers that the driver was could have fallen asleep. The passengers had screamed to try to wake him up. The Free Press said police said they were hoping to talk soon with Cadet Fedotov. Police did not immediately return phone calls. But last Tuesday,
It takes years of
Crown and 20 will be charged for driving with a suspended license. 40 said they will also be looking into other charges. Golder with a sustained battery injuries from the accident released Sunday from Beaumont. An investigation of the Michigan State Police where not to turn up any background problems with the limousine. 40 said there was no evidence of alcohol and drugs being played a role. Gatter's driver's license has been revoked because of the bad driving history, according to the Secretary of State's office. Gatter was a driver for Gambino's limousine service available since that day for him. And ticketed for driving under the vote to transfer speeded according to the state records. Red Wing Plant. New McCarty drew a visit to the children at Devil's Children's Hospital. Grand Rapids said Monday he is looking for good news in Vermont Hospital. We have some days so this will be all what it will be. Wake up, McCarty told the Grand Rapids president will resume. Late Monday, police cleared where the accidents of the Red Wings memorial and told some of the Red Wings fans to keep individual nearby to leave. The Oakland Press of Pontiac reported Tuesday the police and the shrine was a hazard that caused 5 accidents in 2 days. In Montreal, a technical officer at the Canadian Grand Prix said race winner Michael Schumacher validated the limited times, but the victory stood because of form was not properly filed out. A report said Tuesday. Judge Associate technical officials said to the Montreal the press that Schumacher's used 21 tires, 3 more than permitted in Saturday's qualifying Sunday race. Official man by Formula One's governing body overlooking the violation because some of the tires Schumacher said in his Ferrari were incorrectly entered by race inspection and tire forms. Two said Ferrari must have found a good explanation for Ferrari or else because there was an unwritten agreement between the terms. No, all the tires were fragile, Toso said.
Monster Jam Path of Destruction. That show is Saturday.
Does Bill Belichick know what to do to his commercial?
I gotta tell him.
It is what it is.
Yeah, just tell him.
It is what it is. Hey, speaking of it is what it is, the Red Sox scored 5 runs in the series against the Twins.
And they sweep.
And the New York Yankees defeat the New York Mets 3-2 at Yankee Stadium, and that is going to be it for the News 10 to 6 p.m. one. This is June 18, 1997 on a Wednesday. I'm Terry between alongside Liza and Steven Danson. We have a good evening and we'll be back for News 10 to 11 o'clock report. And coming next on Channel 10 will be the ABC 1 News Tonight Computer General. See you 11. Have a good evening.